Hello, friends. Welcome, everybody, and a very special welcome to our two-time children's book author, Lori Floyd. Hi, Lori.
Here. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to launching my second book.
Yes. Well, congratulations on this beautiful second book. Can you tell everybody the title of this book, please?
Sure. The title is The Adventures of the Explorers Club in Downeast, Maine.
Ooh, Maine, Maine. So, can you tell everybody what the book is about and who would you say it's for?
Sure, sure. Well, this is the second book in a series for young explorers, and the goal is to inspire them to visit family-friendly places across all 50 states. Readers will learn fun facts and educational information, as well as identify some great photo-taking opportunities for young photographers. This book specifically references a trip to Downeast coastal Maine. Sky, who's the 8-year-old female character in the book, she and her family, along with her friend Jade, visit Sky's twin cousins, and they're introduced to Marshmallow, her Maine coon cat. Readers get to come along on the adventures in the Pine Tree State of Maine. They enjoy visiting the tallest bridge observatory, which is actually taller than the Statue of Liberty. They ride the Downey Scenic Railroad. They learn about lobsters at the Oceanarium. They tour Acadia National Park. And they visit the only candy-striped lighthouse in the USA. Plus, included in the book are some wild Maine blueberry recipes that families can enjoy making. These are easy recipes for kids to make with just a few ingredients because Maine is the most producer of wild blueberries in the world.
I did not know that. So I learned a lot of facts from reading the book,
Hmm.
but it was also a very entertaining book. In writing these types of books, because this is your second book, what is it that you hope that parents and kids will take away from your books?
Readers of this book to learn about the great state of Maine and what it has to offer from a children's perspective. For those who travel north to the Down East coastal region, Maine is a big state, but it's so rustic and beautiful. It has the most forest land in the U.S., and it has over 3,000 miles of rugged coastline.
See, we learn a lot, and I love that children will get to experience that through your book. So, this is your second children's book. Can you tell everybody what the first book was about? Actually, you have it there. Can you hold the first book up?
Ew. Mhm.
Perfect. Maybe tell them what that first book is about, and what inspired you to write another book.
Sure. My inspiration for the book launching today and for the first book in the series, The Adventures of the Explorers Club in New York City, it was based on my goal of visiting all 50 states by the time I was 50. And I accomplished that goal, and it's been 10 years already. So time has flown, let's just say that.
Yes.
But I wanted to inspire young readers to learn about all 50 states as well as fun, family friendly travel and exploration. Maine is one of my favorite places to visit. I travel up there every fall because we like it a little cooler and we love the fall leaves. And we like to be out hiking and biking and just enjoying the fall season.
Lori, that was going to be my question. And I know it's going to be the question that kids will have for you when you do school visits. And maybe you've already been asked this. What's your favorite state? So that's one of them. Do you have a favorite?
I have multiple favorites. I don't have
Multiple.
just one single. Yes, I love the West Coast, Oregon, Washington, California. Just absolutely stunning. There's not a bad place to visit across this country, but the West Coast to me, and also the East Coast. I love New England, and I
Hmm.
love that whole region. There's some great places in the middle of the country as well. Colorado is absolutely stunning. Um, St. Louis, Missouri, and the Arch is always fun for kids to see. Louisiana, South
Oh,
Carolina, there's
yes.
so many fun places, and that was a challenge for me too. Where do I go next when I write the next book?
Right.
Do I stay with the East Coast? Do I head west? Do I go somewhere in between? And well, my first book was New York City because we day trip to New York City. We're about 2 hours from the city in Pennsylvania, and we bus trip in. It's a great way to go in for the day. Maine is a little bit further hike. It's about 12-hour ride from Pennsylvania. We used to do it straight, but no more. We break it up over 2 days because it is a lot of driving. But once you're up
Hmm.
there, it's just absolutely stunning.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I have visited in the fall, and like you said, it's just stunning. So I love that you have it in a book now. So this being your second book, how was the process different from the first book?
Well, writing the second book was obviously smoother than the first. You kind of had a better idea of what to expect and how the book would progress through the publishing process. But the hardest part, I think, for us as authors is deciding, what you're going to feature per se. In my case, what locations. And also, I think it's sometimes challenging to get the idea out of your head and onto
Hmm.
paper. I mean, you know what you want to do, but it's getting those words out and getting them in a cohesive method
Yes.
and a cohesive plan that a reader can understand what your goals are and how the flow of the
Hmm.
book should be. Mhm.
That was going to be my question, but is there anything else you want to add? What was the biggest challenge this second time around?
Biggest challenge for me for the first book and the second book was trying to narrow down where I wanted to take
Mm,
these children. Oh, there's so many fun places that you could highlight or feature, but I wanted them to be places that I have been to, places that
hmm.
I have, tested out and know that children would enjoy them. And I focused on the Downeast coastal region in this book because those locations are both fun and educational, and they flowed well for this great road trip. This book's a little different than the New York book. You were going to a city. You still had a
Right.
lot of spots to visit, but you were navigating a city. As where this book is more written in a drive trip. The coastal region is wide, and you're going from one section of the coast to all the way to the other section of the coast, which is almost the most eastern point on the U.S. coast. So it's a good width, but it's an easy navigatable flow if someone were to try to recreate this. And that was in the back of my mind when I wrote this book. I wanted it to be a truly drivable trip that folks could do if they wanted to use the book as a
I
guide.
love that. I love that. I love that you thought of all of
Mhm.
that. So here you are with your second children's book published. How does it feel having your second book out in the world?
It feels wonderful to have an idea in your head and then to see it published and actually in print. Once I wrote the first book, I knew I wanted to continue to write. Books help children to build concentration, they learn about the world, and it enhances their imagination and creativity. I know I was excited as an adult to complete all 50 states. So when I go out and I interact with children, whether it be at libraries or bookstores or at school, I bring the map of the USA with me and I ask them to color in how many states have you visited? And their
Hmm.
eyes light up because they don't realize, wow, I've already been to like 5 or 6 or 10 states. Some of the
Hmm.
families are more aggressive in their travel plans than others, but the kids color in the states and then they see visually, wow, I didn't realize I want to see this and I want to see that and I want to
I
go
love that. I
here.
love that you're putting that in the child's mind, right? That you can visit a lot of places. You can visit them either in person or through a book. I just absolutely love what you're doing with these books. So, Lori, here you are now, two-time children's book author. What advice do you have for authors, particularly thinking about writing their second book?
Sure. I would say go for it. Books let kids try on the world before they have to go out into it.
Mm,
It gives them an opportunity to experience something in their imagination before it happens to them in real life. In this case, they read about where this place is and they understand what they're going to see when they physically go. And it encourages them now to say, I want to go see that. I want to go experience that in real life.
yes. Well, friends, I today make sure to go to Amazon and purchase this book. So, Lori, again, can you tell them the title of the book? We're going to have it on the screen so they know.
Sure, sure. Both of the books are out there. The Adventures of the Explorers Club is the name of the book series because they're going on adventures and they decide they're going to call themselves the Explorers Club, the characters that are in the book. The first book is The Adventures of the Explorers Club in New York City. And the second book that launches today is The Adventures of the Explorers Club in Downeast, Maine. And as you mentioned, you can find the books for order on Amazon and also at other bookstores like Barnes and Noble.
Yes, and it's there in different versions, soft cover version, paperback, hardcover, and also ebook. So besides going to Amazon to purchase the book, where else can our viewers um, purchase your book? So you said a couple of places, but where else can they find you?
Sure. Well, the easiest way to find me is my brand new website, lorifloydauthor.com. It just went live a couple weeks ago, and you can find more information about my books, learn a little bit more about the locations that you're going to read about. And there are links there where you can actually purchase the books. It links you to Amazon and to Barnes and Noble and to some other stores. There's also a Kids Corner page, which has fun coloring sheets. And I plan to launch the Adventures of the Explorers Club podcast series this fall, which is going to have some great guests, including some other children's book authors. And they're going to be sharing their books and the inspiration behind their stories. And I'll also share the inspiration behind my books, where they came from, where the ideas came from, how hard is it to write a book, what's involved with writing a book, what is an ISBN number, all that fun stuff that when you're new to this and you have no clue what the next steps are, we wanted to engage you and help you to hopefully publish your own book someday.
Perfect. I love that. I love that. So before we wrap up, just first of all, one more thing. I want to just encourage you to go purchase this book. Share this book with the children in your lives. They're not only going to be entertained with this fun story, but they're also going to be learning about different places throughout the states, particularly this one in Maine. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. So, Lori, before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to share or anything that you wish I would have asked you?
Sure, sure. Well, I am active on social media, so if you want to follow along and see what I have going on as an author, please check me out on Facebook and on Instagram, Lori Floyd Author. I also enjoy hosting children's book events at libraries and bookstores, and I'm planning several school visits as well for the fall and into next year. I would highly recommend that you never stop exploring, whether you're young or old, and continue to discover new places and make new memories with your children and your families. A portion of today's book sales will be donated to Friends of Acadia. That's a group that their goals are to preserve, protect, and promote the stewardship of Acadia National Park. It is truly one of the most beautiful national parks we have in this country, and it's worth preserving for future generations. So I thank you very much for the opportunity to share my book today with everyone. And it's been a great experience with you and your team as well. You guys do a great job, and I highly recommend you to anyone who wants to have a published book in their hands.
Well, I appreciate that. It's been such a pleasure working with you, Lori. So nice that together we're able to put two amazing children's books out in the world. So, friends, you know what to do. Go follow Lori, and first of all, go purchase a copy of this wonderful book today. So, thanks, everybody. Thank you, Lori, for being here, and we'll see
You're
you all very
welcome.
soon.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.